Ever wondered how websites do complex mathematics, compare prices, and check if you have really logged in? It's all thanks to operators we have got in JavaScript. So, in this video, we are going to learn the basic operators JavaScript has, and if you stick around, by the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of what operators really are. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, in the last video we learned what data types were, but in this video we are going to learn how to work with them. So to get things started, we are going to open our JavaScript file we were working on, and this time we are going to learn what basic operators are. Now we have got a few of them in JavaScript. Let's get started by arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Now arithmetic operators, let me just comment that out, and yeah, there is some spelling mistakes, but I think we are good to go now. Now arithmetic operators are the operators which allows you to do mathematical functions, mathematical operations in your code. Now to do that, we have obviously got the addition sign, the subtraction sign, also multiplication and division. Let me just quickly show you each one of them, how to do each one of them. How about we create two variables, num1 and num2, and then try to perform these operations on them. We are also going to print that out in our console just to see how things work real time in our console. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add these two numbers, and to add these two numbers we are going to use the addition operator. Now addition operator is just use a plus sign between the two numbers, and you are just going to see that the computer has added num1 with num2. How about we just run that real quick? To do that, in the first lecture, or in the lecture right before this, where I showed you how to set up your VS Code environment, we installed an extension called live server. So we are just going to use that, and there we have our console with the addition, with the sum of the two numbers we just wanted to see. All right, I think that's enough for the addition operator. How about we just try to subtract things? Now subtraction is actually the same. Just use the subtraction sign between two numbers, and you will have the difference of the two numbers a and b, and that's 5. All right, moving ahead, we have got multiplication. Now multiplication just multiplies the two numbers, and here's the thing to be noted, that in computer language you just don't use the typical multiplication sign you use in your normal mathematics class, but you use an asterisk instead of that typical multiplication symbol. So just remember that, and how about we just see the result? That's 50. All right, moving ahead, we have got division. All right, now division has this same situation, that symbol is actually a forward sign rather than the typical division symbol. So that's that, and you have got 2 if you divide 50 with if you divide 5 with 10. There is also an operator called modulus. Now modulus is represented by a percentage symbol, and what it does, it divides num2 with num1, and it just prints out the remainder of whatever is left. So if I just executed this program, you will see that this will show us 0, because now 5 completely divides 10, so there is obviously no remainder. How about if I just turn this 10 to 7? That will obviously give us a remainder to see, and there's that. We have got 2 if we divide 5 from 7. All right, that does it for the arithmetic operators. Moving ahead, we have got assignment operators. Now assignment operators are something that we have been using for quite some while. You have been noticing that we are using the symbol of equal to, which is an assignment operator. So how about I just show you them one by one. Firstly, how about I just comment this out so it just doesn't get mixed up. Next thing, I am just going to create two variables or just one. Now here in the first statement, let x equals 10, this equal to sign tells the computer that we are going to assign the value of 10 to x. This is an assignment operator, the most basic assignment operator out there. Moving ahead, we have got this sign, which is an addition sign followed by the equal to sign. And what it does is it just adds the value of whatever you have assigned here to the current value of x, which is 10. So it just adds these two numbers, and then it puts that number, which is 15, to the x variable. So if I just see the result, or if I just check the value of x after I have done this thing, what we will see is that the value of x has been updated, it have been added by 5, and now it is 15. There we have 15. Alright, similar to that, we have got a minus symbol followed by an equal to sign. So something like this. Now it just does the opposite of what we had here. Instead of adding, it just subtract the given number to the current value of x, and then stores that value to the current value of x. So the next thing, now how about we just try to execute this. There we have 12, because when we did this operation, the value of x was updated to 15, and then we are trying to subtract 3 from 15, which is 12. I think that does for that. Moving ahead, we have also got a multiplication sign followed by an exclamation followed by an equal to sign. It does the same, but it just multiplies the given number to the current value of x. And we have also got a division sign followed by an equal to sign. All right, and I think you have gotten the hang of it. It just divides the given number to the current value of x. All right, let's just see all the results we have gotten here. Now after all this operations, the current value of x has turned out to be 6. Isn't that amazing? I think that's enough for assignment operators, but I have got some bonus operators for you here. These are called increment and decrement operators. Now there is a much simpler way to write these two statements, as when you progress further through this course, you will see that we will be using these two statements a lot in our programs, whether be it in loops, whether be it in functions. I'm not sure if you already know about loops or functions now, but you will learn what they are, and these two statements are extremely important for those. There is a much quicker way to write these two statements, even though these are already quite shortened version of themselves. So how about we move ahead with the increment operators? All right, increment and decrement operators. All right, how about just comment that? All right, now to use that, what we can do is, obviously we are going to create a variable, and to use the increment we are just going to write an addition sign followed by another addition sign. This means that we are adding 1 to the current value of y. So for now the current value of 5 was 10, and after writing this statement, what we are doing is just adding 1 to the current value of 5. How about we just try to console.log the value of y in the console. All right, So the current value of y is 11, as I just told you. How about we look at what decrement operators are? The decrement operators, what it does, it just subtract 1 from the current value of y. So the current value of y was 11, and 11 minus 1 is again 10. Alright, so we are going to see that we have got 10 in our console. Now the thing, what we are seeing here is that I have tried to console.log. I have tried to print the value of x here after incrementing it by 1, and then I am decrementing it, and then again I am trying to see the value of y. Now what it does, it shows that y has two different values. Why is that? The thing is, in JavaScript, the computer reads the code, reads this source code line by line, and just not all at once, and then try to execute it like some languages. So that's not the case for JavaScript. It just reads and executes these code you have written line by line. So that's an important thing to note. Moving ahead to comparison operators. All right. Now we are going to look what comparison operators are. Comparison operators are, as its name implies, it helps us to compare two numbers. Now here I have got two variables a and b with two different values. What if I needed to check if a is equal to b? Now in common mathematics, you just show this by just writing an equal to sign, but in computer programming, that spot is already taken. Now as you have already seen, we are using equal to sign in case of assignment operators. Now to use an equal to sign for comparing two things, what we do is we just use two equal to sign right after each other. Now this checks if a is equal to b, and what it throws is a boolean value. If this value is true, that is, if a is really equal to b, it's just going to throw out a true value, and if it is not, it's just going to show that we have got that it's just going to throw a false value. So that does for the equal to or equal to comparison operator. Now we have also got less than. Now we have also got a not equal to operator. Now it is just the opposite of what we had here. It's just going to check if a is not equal to b, and if that is the case, it's just going to throw out a true value, and if it isn't, it's just going to say false. All right. How about we just go on seeing the values here? That's false and true, because a is not equal to b, and in this statement that's true, so we have got a true here. But in this case we have it's false, so we are being showed that it is false. All right. Moving ahead, we have got the greater than sign. Now greater than sign, as I'm sure that many of you have already know how to use or how this sign works, and surprisingly it just works the same in computer languages too. All right. It just compares if a is greater than b. If it is true, if that is the case, it's just going to throw out a true, but if it isn't, it's just going to throw out a false. Similarly, we have got a less than sign. It's just the opposite of what we had here, the greater than sign. It just checks if a is less than b rather than greater than b. So if that is the case, it's just going to throw out a true, and if a is not greater than b, if a is greater than b, it's just going to throw out a false value. Moving ahead, we have got a greater than equal to. This is what we get when we merge the greater than equal to sign with an equal to sign. It works that it checks if A is greater than B. That's the first thing, and it also checks if A is equal to B, and if for this statement to be true, it just takes one of these cases to be true. So whether A is equal to B or A is greater than B, if any one of these cases are true, this whole statement will become true. In this case, A is not greater than B, nor A is equal to B, so this statement is false. There we have a false. Alright, there is also a less than equal to sign, which works the same way, and it just checks if A is less than B or A is equal to B. Alright, this does the exact same thing. It's just that it is checking if A is less than B rather than greater than B. Alright, next up we have got a triple equal to sign. Triple equal to sign, how this works is it checks if A is equal to B. Similar to this statement what we had in first, but what is different in this one is, how about if I made this B a string 10. Now notice the change. This first statement has become true, even though this B is a string and this A is a number. It has just turned this statement to true. It is not. This means that this symbol is not checking for data types, and it does not care if data types are equal or not. But this last statement checks. It really cares if everything is exactly the same. So in this case, we didn't had the data type of A and B similar, so this will throw out a false. I think that does for the comparison operators. Moving ahead to logical operators. Logical operators are what we use to throw in logic in our programming, in our code. So what if I made two variables, let A equals true and let B equals false. Now I have gotten a true value for A and a false value for B. Now how these logical operators works is when you will see the first operator in our list, and that is the AND operator, or some might call it logical AND. Now logical AND, how this works is it checks if both the values A and B are true. If even one of these values are false, this whole statement will become false. In this case, we have got a true value for A and a false value for B. Guess what? This whole statement will become false. And there we have our false here. I think that's enough for the AND operator. Moving ahead to OR operator, or logical OR. Logical OR is represented by this symbol, which is just two bars right after each other. And I forgot to mention that the way you write logical AND is just the ampersand sign right after each other. So that's that. Now how this logical OR operator works is it just needs only one of these values to be true. If even one of these values are true, this whole statement will become true. So in this case, we have got A as true and B as false. Now this will in turn give us a true value. Alright, I forgot to save that. Alright, so we have gotten a true value. Moving ahead to logical NOT. Logical NOT checks that if A is not equal to true. Right, in this case, A is equal to true. That makes this statement false, and we will get a false value here. Alright. Similarly, if we wanted to check if b is not equal to true, we can just do that by writing this. In this case, b is false and not equal to true, so this makes this statement true. Right here we have gotten a true value here. Alright, I think that does for this video, and there are more operators of course, but they are quite advanced for your current level, so I'm just not going to go any deeper for now, but we are definitely going to go through all of those operators after we have achieved that level. Just for an overview, there are also a bitwise operator, and we have got some more like binary operators, but we are not just going to bother with them right now. Now that you have got the basic understanding of what operators, what type of operators we have got in JavaScript, I think you will be comfortable enough to carry on with this course. If you have any further doubts regarding these operators, feel free to comment in the comment section below, and I will make sure to reply to every comment. If you enjoyed this video about the basic operators in JavaScript, hit that like button and make sure that you subscribe to this channel to continuously level up in your coding journey. In the next video, we are going to learn what if-else conditions are, and they are super interesting to learn, and they are also going to allow you to do a lot more stuff.